Hello and welcome to the video review of Hunt for the Decepticons SideArm Sideswipe. Now the first thing you'll notice about SideArm Sideswipe is the nice little Star Wars Rebel Alliance motif he has. Okay, well, not really. But as you can see, he is the Chevy Stingray concept, which still is a very striking car. And he's got this nice red paint in the front, and he's gone from blue tint windows to red tint windows. Now, this is a completely different mold for this figure, which pleasantly surprised me, as the first mold had some severe issues. Now, this mold has an attack mode, and to get that, we'll actually pop the rear of the vehicle off, or up, I should say, if I can, there we go. And then we will rotate the blasters out, and then put the back of the vehicle to where it was. And here we have attack mode for SideArm Sideswipe. Unfortunately, I do not have the original Sideswipe here at the house to show you in comparison. It is currently in another state. So anyway, let's go ahead. We'll go ahead and pop the guns off here, and we will run through the transformation. So first thing we're going to do is come in here and pull off the sides of the doors. Then split the front of the vehicle in half like that. Come down here and flip this whole section around. So we went like that. And then we will collapse the front of the hood down, snap it into place. And this is where things get pretty cool. I'm going to take this part, this whole back section, and turn it 180. When you do that, you reveal the robot head. So we will come in here and just pull up. This is actually the hardest part of the transformation. It's getting the head out. And then we'll come under here, take the rear bumper part like that, flip that up, rotate it over, and then snap it into place with this on that piece. There we go. Come under here, come back here, and collapse that down, and rotate it closed. Pose the doors. Pose the feet. Thank God he has feet. And then collapse the legs a little bit. Give him his telltale chicken legs. And then the hands, which are very, very cool. First, we're going to rotate that out like that, or rotate it in. Then we'll flip out the hand and collapse that down. Do the same thing here, and collapse that down. And then we can kind of play around here and just rotate things around and get things into place. You don't have to do this, but I like to. And here we go. SideArm Sideswipe in robot mode. SideArm Sideswipe in robot mode is phenomenal. This figure is what we should have gotten. This figure is great. I mean, this guy makes the original deluxe figure and the Human Alliance figure just, I've totally forgotten about him. This is the definitive Sideswipe figure. Why? Because he has feet. He can stand up. You can pose him. You can move him around. Yeah, the ball joint right up in here is a little bit loose on my figure, but you know, you can just straighten the legs out a little bit, and it doesn't matter. He's got these nifty little guns, which do transform. Whoop, that was it. They do go in to his hands a little bit. Sometimes they go in easy, sometimes not so much. Oh, come on. There we go. But I do miss the blades, but you know what? I would love to see someone mod this mold and take these doors and somehow attach them to the arms here, because this is the figure we should have gotten, as I've said. This guy has some good articulation. His legs articulate very nicely. Unfortunately, he doesn't have much knee articulation thanks to the transformation. His feet do turn. Now, My directions show him as being like this. Though I have seen a friend of mine actually has a second set of directions that show him like this, as having the feet, having the tires pointing in. Honestly, I have found with this figure that it's better, depending on the way you're posing him, is how you want to have the feet. I like his feet out, or I like the tires pointing out. That's a personal preference. But in certain poses, he has better stability if you rotate the tires like that. Arms, very posable. I mean, thanks to the kibble though, that's about as posable as you're going to get. But a nice 360 degree movement here, nice posability there. Head, completely posable. Now, my figure is a little loose. It was loose right out of the box, but I could deal with that. It's not a big deal. And honestly, as any Sideswipe figure that came in Revenge of the Fallen, this Hunt for Decepticons SideArm Sideswipe is something that belongs in your collection. He's awesome. He looks cool. He's got some really cool guns. And you know what? He's so much better than the other Sideswipe. He's just... They're not even in the same league. This guy is in a league that's so much higher than the original figure. This is one instance when the second figure in the line is 10 times better than the first.